biggest question on my mind when thinking about a new monthly challenge is, what the hell do I even do this month? But one hurdle that I definitely fell over last month was procrastination. So went down deep spiral of why I procrastinate, how can I get off that, how can I get a better mindset towards doing work, towards consistency, and just generally taking back control of my own mind and making sure I'm getting shit done. So, sat there, procrastinated more, and then eventually came to the conclusion of how the fuck do I stop procrastinating? So, little Google search can tell you all you need to know. Special articles on how to increase brain function, how to increase your IQ, how to stop procrastinating, and I avoided the old techniques that I've previously used to help myself, such as meditating. Been there, done that for a month. Didn't bother with time restriction as I constantly do that daily. Again, been there, done that, doesn't really work on me. So the internet gave me these 3 pillars of preventing procrastination. One being testing mental games, whether that be crosswords. Sudoku was my personal choice, but there's many other games which can be played. Just a little short span of time where you switch your brain off from just being a consumer and you put it to work. And like everything, your brain is a muscle, so more it works, more it develops, and the stronger it gets. Second being specific brain training, so instead of just a general game such as Sudoku or crosswords and everything like that, it was specified topics such as maths, English, speaking, reading, and memory in general. So, and the last one was thoughtfulness, in more ways than just a cliche of just thinking and all that, and almost get into a cliche sort of mentality where you can keep working, and as long as you keep enjoying your work, then work is play. And thankfully, this book, which is the Almanac of Naval, I'm not going to say that last name because I'm just going to butcher it, but basically, really good book. Talks a lot about health, wealth, happiness, etc., about turning work into play. So I cracked on with that daily routine of just making sure I followed my 3 simple columns of playing a mental game, Sudoku, doing some brain training, which is through this pretty sick app called Elevate, and reading my book, 10 pages, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it was, just a small chunk where I can switch off, enjoy some reading. And that leads us to the present day, which is in September. And obviously 30 days better off at mental training, mental development and everything like that. What have I learned? What can you take from it? And do I stop procrastinating? Might as well answer that question first. I'd probably just say no. Procrastination is more than just, oh, mentally I'm not strong enough, mentally I get distracted, I've got my phone, everything like that. It's more like the conglomerate of all of the above. It's anxiety from starting work, being a perfectionist, wanting to create a good amount of work, so wanting to crack on and get in some sort of zen focus mode. There's your phone, there's other distractions, there's working on a laptop with internet access, everything like that all leads to procrastination, just the putting off of doing something, and it's always going to be there. So the best thing to do is almost render that in your mind, right, I'm going to procrastinate, but build some sort of cues to where you can start going and start building momentum and start getting into a focused sort of state. So that was kind of what I wanted to achieve through this month, through these 3 habits that I had. So the habits were quite easy, and I'm sure from the video you can kind of tell that they were quite simple, 10-minute tasks, 3 of them, and didn't take me too long. They were pretty easy, and the main point of that being is they are easy, so I can complete them quite quickly and effectively without too much stress on my brain. And because they're easy, I don't procrastinate in doing them. I just get on it, do some Sudoku, do some brain training, or just get a few pages in. Because they're easy and I'm constantly doing them, I'm building a consistent base of habits. So I have a baseline of habits which generates some sort of achievement, and you're almost building from the bottom up to the top, creating these solid foundations where you can build from and prevent any procrastination. Obviously, brain training and Sudoku themselves were quite beneficial, that I felt, because through this brain training Sudoku, you build some sort of, I mean, it's not like my brain doubled in size, is it? But, and obviously reading and thoughtfulness, it helps to have a vision, whether that's planning something or just generally saying, I'm going to do this at this time, and I'm going to get it done. So thoughtfulness and reading that book especially, I think that's one of the best books I've ever read, in terms of, maybe it just came at the right time obviously during this month, but it certainly helped, and it certainly helped me gauge where I was going wrong, not putting too much pressure on doing things and not putting this mountain upon what really was just a little task. And once you remove that sort of cloud of, oh yeah, I've got to get this done, then it makes it easier. It's just like make your bed every day. That's one task done. You've done something for the day. Now you move on, you do something else. And again, reading always gives you some sort of motivation, whether that's relating whatever's being said in the book to yourself, or giving you a little quote which can spur you on for a day. But either way, it gives you a different perspective into what you actually are feeling at the minute, and that change of perspective can be really valuable, especially when going into some sort of tasks where you need to switch off from just being a zombie to being proactive, being thoughtful, and being creative possibly. Like I said, give a little conclusion before I said my piece on all three of the habits really. You can't make action by just sitting there thinking and waiting for stuff to happen. If you want change, you've got to make it happen. I feel like I did that with these three habits, where I'm building some sort of task to just get out of the way. I'd highly recommend it to anybody, especially that brain training bloody Elevate. So good. Like I say, really easy games, but get you thinking every now and then, and well, they create a spark in your brain which gets you fueled either for the day or late at night when you need some more inspiration. So I'd highly recommend that. And yeah, I think I'm a lot better off from this month. It helps give you some sort of reset button where you can fall back on something like this and start a habit again and stop procrastinating. Hopefully that's a good look into what I did this month to increase my brain size or prevent procrastination, as you can see behind me. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.